This is my script on a car crash. The following script is about a young family who go on a family holiday and have a car crash on their way home. There are 4 children: Amelia Anna Jones, age 5, Joshua Matthew Jones, age 7, Alyssa Elizabeth Jones, age 9, Jack Christopher Jones, aged 11, and 2 adults, Anna and Matthew Jones, involved in the crash. Mother, I hope you kids have done your homework. Don't forget you break up on Friday for the summer holidays. Then the week after we go away for 2 whole weeks. All the children cheer with sheer excitement. Amelia, Mummy, can I take my dolly Lucy with me, please? I can't sleep without her and she'll be lonely without me. Mother, of course you can, sweetheart. Joshua, Mummy, please can I take my Teddy George with me? You can all take a toy with you. Father, I don't think there's going to be enough room for all you kids. Look, and your toys as well. Maybe me and your mum should leave you kids behind and go by ourselves. Father, just kidding. They all have a fantastic holiday in Cornwall, but on their way back on the motorway they were hit head-on by a drunk driver. All the children survive, but Amelia ends up in a coma, and if she ever comes round, she may not be able to walk unaided. The mother was killed, but the dad was also in a coma. Doctor talking to the children's Auntie Elizabeth and Uncle George. I'm sorry, but your sister died on her way to the hospital. There was nothing we could do. Your niece Amelia's in a coma and we're not sure if she will ever walk again. Both her legs are broken and there's damage to her spine. We will not know the extent of spinal damage until she comes round and we can do more tests. The father has severe internal injuries and we think it would be best to turn off his life support machine as he's already brain dead. The other children are all fine, but we will keep them all in overnight for observation. Auntie Elizabeth, okay, I will take the other 3 children. Excuse me. Okay, I will take the other 3 children and then I will break the news to them. Doctor, okay, that will be absolutely fine. Uncle George, there's no doubt about it. The children will all have to come and live with us. We will adopt them and raise them as our own. Auntie Elizabeth, yes we will. Otherwise they'll end up in care and we may never see them again. I can't bear the thought of that happening. Doctor, Amelia's awake now, so we will run more tests to see how bad the spinal damage is. Auntie Elizabeth, okay, thanks, Doctor. Can I see her, please? Yeah, of course you can. We won't be doing the test till tomorrow morning. Amelia, Auntie Elizabeth, where's Mummy? I want my Mummy. Auntie Elizabeth, I'm sorry, my darling, your Mummy and Daddy died and went to live with the angels in heaven. Amelia started to cry. Who's going to take care of us? Why can't I go and live in heaven? Auntie Elizabeth, oh Amelia, sweetheart, only dead people can live in heaven, but your Mummy and Daddy will always be with you in your heart and in your memory, and they will always be looking down on you, making sure you and your brothers and sisters are all being good. Before you get into bed at night, look out of your bedroom window at the moon, and your Mummy and Daddy will be looking at the same moon. If you see 2 great big bright stars, that will be your Mummy and Daddy looking down at you all and saying good night, even though you can't see or hear them, and they will always love you. Amelia, where will we live and who will look after us? Auntie Elizabeth, you're all coming to live with me and Uncle George. We are going to adopt you all and raise you as our own. It doesn't mean you have to forget your mummy and daddy, because you never will. We have special photos of each of you, for each of you. One each of all of you together with mummy and daddy. One each of mummy and daddy, and a photo of mummy on her own and daddy on his own. Amelia, okay, I will always look at the moon and the two brightest stars in the sky and say good night to mummy and daddy. I will be a good girl for you as long as we can live with you forever. Auntie Elizabeth, you are a good girl, Amelia. Eventually, Amelia was discharged from hospital. For a while, she has to use a wheelchair until the breaks in her legs heal. She eventually learned to walk again using crutches, and then she learned to walk without them again, and there was no lasting damage to her legs or spine. Amelia, your cousin, Auntie Elizabeth, Amelia, your cousin Emma wants to ask you and Alyssa and your brothers something. Emma, me and Chris are getting married next year, and we'd like you two girls to be our bridesmaids and you boys to be our page boys. All the children's agreed to do this, and they are very excited about it. The day of the wedding, Amelia walks independently down the aisle without her crutches, which gets her a big round of applause from the guests. Auntie Elizabeth, we were all very proud of you today. You should be proud of yourself too. Your mummy and daddy will have been watching from heaven, and they will be very proud of you too. The other children, yeah, Amelia, you walked for the first time without your crutches. We're very proud of you too. Amelia, will I have to use my crutches still when we go back to school? Auntie Elizabeth, no darling, you won't, not if you keep practicing walking without them. You're a big brave girl, and we are all very proud of you, and we all love you so much. All the children lived happily with their auntie and uncle and were legally adopted by them. They never forgot their parents and visit their grave as often as possible. Each year on their parents' birthdays and other special occasions, they light candles in their memory. They all grew up, went to university, opened their own businesses and had children of their own. Amelia had 2 children, Anna Elizabeth and George Christopher. Alyssa had 4 children, Matthew George, Alicia Ann, Leighton Joshua and Lily Elizabeth. Joshua had 2 children, Macy May and Jack Paul. Jack had 3 children, Hannah May, Lacey Anna and Sean George. The end. Thank you for watching, guys.